more people died because of suicides than because of the so-called virus. We have depression. We have people, domestic violence. We have left and right. We get people turning into drugs and alcohol. And another shocking thing is that the big superstores, IKEA, I remember we went with my son, my wife, and my daughter and another son. We went to IKEA, and it's fascinating because you enter that building and it says only 480 people allowed. And I'm talking about this during the restrictions. Only 480 people allowed. So you can go to IKEA. I can come with everyone from my church to IKEA, half the neighborhood, all my friends, all my parents, my brother, and we can hang around there. And that's lawful. That's good. That's okay. I can have a coffee with them right there. No problem. But I cannot have church. I cannot have my parents, for a dinner, because that's against the law. I can go with my parents to IKEA, but I cannot have them in my house for a coffee.
Yeah, you probably didn't see this story because it didn't make it to Canada, but there's a similar idea that happened, a real story that happened that made the news over here. Is that there was a girl that was the owner of the Pineapple Saloon, I think was the name of the restaurant, and in California, in Los Angeles, and she was told that she could not do indoor or outdoor dining, and she was in tears literally because her business is hemorrhaging. She's losing her livelihood, and literally directly across the street, she shows her camera, is this big tent with tables and chairs all around, because the Hollywood industry there, a film company, was filming a film, and literally across the street from her restaurant, they were having their craft services where they could go to eat while they were stopping production or whatnot. And she has to shut her restaurant down, but yet across the street, they can film a movie and have people all sitting together and eating. And it's just crazy. And I think you would agree with this, that it's not that we believe in civil disobedience as much as that we realize that if we're going to go down the slippery slope of allowing the government to tell us how to live our lives, well, then who are these angels that are able to tell me what's best for me and how to live my life? That yes, we're concerned with politicians when they forget that their job is to serve the people, and they're here to represent us, not to try to implement whatever agenda that they may personally have. But more than that, we cannot allow the kind of thinking that allows us to think that our social betters are able to tell us how to live our lives, how to run our businesses, or how to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, double standards, unequal application of the law. The mosques here in the city of Calgary, they have hundreds of people, hundreds of cars outside. Someone sent me pictures and video of hundreds of cars outside of the Islamic center. No problem. No police, no health inspectors, no bylaw officers, no harassments. It's looks like they can do whatever they want, but Christians and Jews are being hunted down as criminals again. I mean, this is a repetition of history. We are repeating the same mistakes of the forefathers again. So politicians are telling us we are in this together. However, they go off to Florida, they go to California, they go to other places, vacationing, Hawaii, but they are forbidding us to meet our parents. And this is going on for 13, 14 months. I mean, when is going to be enough? When are people, free people in a free and democratic society, are going to say to them, no, get out? I mean, that's what it takes. It takes 3 words. You got to tell them no, and you got to tell them get out. That's it. That's what needs to be said to those people. We're not your slaves. You're not our slave masters. You are supposed to represent us. You have betrayed us. You have turned against us, and we're not going to comply. We need a civil disobedience again. We need the Martin Luther King Jr. once again to show the world how it's being done. Just no compliance. Go out there and do protests and do rallies, not the BLM Antifa style with pillaging, murdering, and breaking, but peaceful resistance. Right. Showing the government we're not going to obey your orders. You need to go. So that's what needs to happen. And when they showed up with the court order, it tells me how corrupted is the system. That the system itself right now says, we don't care about your protections. We don't care about the law and order. Now we're going to make up stuff as we go, just to destroy you. Because why? Because we simply can.
catch new episodes of Indie Thinker with Reed Uberman for free right now by going to YouTube or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Simply type Indie Thinker with Reed Uberman in the search bar and click on my face. Don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to stay informed when a new episode drops.